So today we're going to start learning about perimeter. Now, perimeter is the total distance around the outside of an object. And today we're going to use some string and rulers to help us find perimeter. So I have my string here and I have my ruler to help us find that perimeter. So let's look at our problem of the day. Paige wants to create a border using string for a picture she painted in art class. Use a piece of string to tell Paige how much string she will need to the nearest 1/4 inch, as best as we can, to create her border. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to take my piece of string and we're going to start at the very corner of the picture. And because I only have 2 hands and there are 4 corners of the picture, I'm going to use a little bit of tape to help me hold down my string very lightly so that I can pull it back up again. So I'm going to hold that string down so that I can make it go all the way around my picture. And I'm going to be as precise as possible in moving this string around to cover all edges of the picture. I'm going to use another piece of tape on this end just to hold that down. And I'm going to move the string this way. And I'm going to use my finger on this end. And then I'm going to loop the string back up till it matches with the other corner. Okay? And that is a very easy way for us to see that the string is going to go all the way around the picture. Now, I'm going to need to figure out how much string that is to tell Paige how much string to use. So I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to mark the corner and mark right on my string where that ends. Okay? And because I didn't put my tape down too much, I'm going to pull it back up here very carefully. All right, now I need to figure out how long that part of the string is. So I'm going to use my ruler and I want to make sure that I have it set to inches. And I'm going to remember my measuring skills and measuring to the nearest 1/4 inch. I'm going to start right at the 0 mark with the edge of my string, and I'm going to pull my string all the way to the end. You can see it here. Oh, we landed on a whole number. Great. So according to this, and according to this size picture, we're going to need 11 inches of string to go around that picture. So we're going to record that as 11 inches. And I can use IN to record inches. Now, using string and using tape is great when we're working on paper, but sometimes it's very challenging to find that on the screen when we're working and we're doing distance learning. So let's look at this problem another way. We want to think, what is the total distance around the outside of this object? That's what we're trying to figure out. We want to figure out what is the total distance around the outside of this object. Now, do you remember how to find the total distance or the total of something? Say it out loud. That's right. We can find the total by adding. So what if we had a very small piece of string, or we only had a ruler, and we could measure just one side of the picture at a time? So let's see what that would look like. I'm going to use my ruler again, and I'm going to measure to the nearest 1/4 inch. Now, looking at the size of my picture and looking at where my ruler is, that would be right about here. And that's going to be about 3 1/4 inches. Okay? And then I'm going to measure this side. And I'm going to look and I'm going to see that this measures about 2 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to measure this side. And I'm going to look and see that that's about 3 1/4 inches. And I'm going to look at this side. And I'm going to see that that is about 2 1/4 inches. What is our thinking question for today? Say it out loud. That's right. What is the total distance around the outside of this object? So I want to know the total distance around the outside of this object. And you told me before that we could find the total by adding. What do you notice about the fractions here? How many of them are there? Say it out loud. That's right. There are 4 1/4 fractions. And you might remember from our fractions unit that 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4 make a whole. So I know that I can add 1 inch to make up those 1/4 pieces. Now I can add my other sides. I have 3, 2, 3, and 2. 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. Now, just like we said before, we can find the total by adding all the sides. Here we go. Add with me. We know that 3 plus 2 is, that's right, 5. And 3 plus 2 is, you got it, 5 again. So now, if I know that 5 and 5 makes, that's right, 10. And 10 and one more makes 11 inches. So if you're measuring today on paper and using your string, use your string to think about what is the total distance around the outside of an object. If you're doing your work in Nearpod or on Google Slides, think about what is the length of each side. And then think about, how can I find the perimeter? How can I find the total? Great work on your problem of the day.